Hey everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's my very first video, so not much else you can watch but this right now. I guess I should just get right to it. Basically, this will become a diary of sorts. Mainly for me to have kind of like a therapeutic thing going on with my life. You can tell by the acronym of this channel, ACON means Adult Children of Narcissists. And basically what that means is there's a lot of us that had really shitty upbringings. Some more severe than others. I think that mine could have been a lot worse, but I'm definitely really damaged in a sense from it. Basically how this channel is going to work is I'm just going to talk to whoever wants to listen, because quite frankly, I don't have a super duper, friend base that I can actually talk about at length who's going to understand this type of thing. Not to say that my friends aren't, caring and will listen, but I can only talk their ear off for so long before they get bored. And I also don't want to make everything about me, because I feel like that's selfish and, something that was basically beat into me, literally and metaphorically, that nobody gives a flying fuck about me, Nobody cares about what I have to say, think, do. I'm stupid. I'm ugly. It is what it is. So, for this channel, I'm just going to come as I am. Some days I'll look like garbage, like I do right now. I haven't slept yet. I have had insomnia for the past 2 weeks. My face is broken out. My hair is washed. Doesn't look like it, but it's washed. It's not straightened or blow-dried or anything. It just looks like shit. This channel is going to have a lot of cursing. I think it's just my coping mechanism for how to express myself. Because this whole video is going to be all over the place, because I'm just going to have to get used to talking. Because I'm known as, a quiet person. It's mainly because my parents and my sister for a while would always make fun of me in public, no matter what I tried to do. I have really bad social anxiety. If I know you well enough, you wouldn't think I did, but I do. When you get to know me, I'm known as the funny person, the funny friend, the hilarious friend, if we really want to be completely honest, and that's fine. I usually take, self-deprecating jokes and run with it, because who doesn't love to laugh, and I like to make people laugh. And I think, I've been thinking about why that is, and it's because I don't want people to ever feel how I always feel. If we get right down to the core of how I always am sad. I'm not as depressed as you think I would be. Right now, I think I have, I'm really prone to depression. It is what it is. I swear this video is just gonna be all over the damn place. Oh, I was gonna, oh my god. As I was saying, come as I ought, because if I could get the dicks out of my mouth, that'd be great. I'm gonna come as I am. Some days I'll look nice, some days I look like a hot mess. As you can tell, I have really bad breakouts right now. I'm actually trying to work on weight loss so we can get the fat jokes out of the way now. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to keep myself, I'm trying to hold myself to do this. I'm trying to keep myself occupied and keep myself committed to this diet, because, I'm going to talk about a lot of things that had to do with my upbringing, the weight loss, finishing college, trying to find a good job, because I fucking hate, right now I don't have a job. I'll explain that whole thing down the road. Like I said, this is going to be kind of a jumbled mess just to introduce you to me. Basically, oh my god. I just keep seeing myself in the camera and I look fucking awful. Self-deprecation. Anyway. I guess I could really just start, before I was even born, I was kind of fucked, My mom and dad are not the best people in the world. They're shit. Let's just be honest. They're fucking shit people. And it's terrible when you have to cut all contact with the people that gave life to you. You know, I've been no contact with my parents for almost 2 years now. It's definitely been an eye-opening experience thus far, and that's why I kind of wanted to start this simultaneously with starting the weight loss journey, because I feel like it's a lot of mental healing that'll be involved in it. And like I said, I don't have a lot of people that can talk, you know, extensively with. And another thing I've kind of like realized about myself is that I am really good at listening, because I just like to hear people. Like, I like to be there for people. But it always seemed like the people that I needed most, we were too young when things were happening to me for them to really, like, stop and listen for me to get everything out. So I've kind of, I don't know, just kept it all inside for so many years. And I think that's why I just am so fat, because I take it out on myself. And I think progress is me realizing why I do it, is because I don't necessarily feel the need to take it out on the people who deserve it. I just have to internalize it and basically beat myself up with food. So I'm gaining more weight. I haven't had any health problems just yet, but I would rather, you know, nip it in the bud before something actually turns into something else. Because I've been fat almost my entire life, and I realize a lot of it stems from the shit that I went through. Like, food never yelled at me. Food never hit me. Food never made fun of me. Food was just a thing. Like, food was a comfort. And it sucks that I became basically an addict, because food was the only thing I had in life. And I don't know. Like, I'm definitely not, I don't consider myself like one of those women who, you know, health at every size bullshit. Like, I feel that there can be beauty at every size, but that health at every size just makes me want to scream. Like, stop fooling yourself. Stop it. But, anyway, I just need to vent. I think that's the other reason, that I want to start doing this. I don't know if I'll tell, my husband about it yet, because not necessarily that I'll say anything bad or something that he doesn't already know. It's more so of, I don't know. I don't know what he'll think about this, because honestly, like, I tell him everything, but at some point he has to go to bed to go to work, so I'm kind of just up thinking and doing things, and that's, I think, part of my problem, is I would eat a lot when he would go to bed because I was lonely. And I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of being fat, feeling like I'm dying slowly. My dog has, you know, words to say to this too. I don't know. I haven't slept. This is fucking just ranting. Like, I'm fucking crazy. My glasses won't stay on right. I don't know. I don't know what to say. There's so much to say, but I don't want to say it all in one video, because, fuck, I don't have enough on my camera to do it all. But I plan on making a video every day. Weekends will probably be, like, short little snippet videos, because, you know, it's usually when we have stuff going on. Yeah, so, I guess, I don't know. I just want to be, I guess, like, in life, I just want to help people. And I actually was talking to my husband about that recently, on whether or not I wanted to have children down the road, because we've only been married a couple of months. Like, we've been together for almost 5 years, but we've only been married for a few months, and his family and some of my family kind of, like, do the hinting of, like, when are you gonna have kids? And it's like, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm old enough for this yet, you know? And I don't know. Like, when I was growing up, I did not want kids. Like, I knew I hated kids. And I never really understood why. I don't hate kids, but I couldn't standing around them. I had no interest in taking care of them. I had no interest in entertaining them. But after, I guess the best way to describe it is after I cut contact off with my parents, I woke up, in a sense. Like, it's so much. Like, I'm literally going to have to, like, chronologically go through everything I've gone in my life up until where I am now, just to, like, tell you everything that's gone on and why I am where I am now. Because if we're just straight up, if I hadn't met my now husband, I probably would be dead by now. Because he found me in a very dark place in my life. I think actually a few months before we met, I had tried to kill myself. And I don't think I've ever actually told him that it was, like, that close, because I don't want to, like, make him upset or anything. But I tried to OD, and I think I've told him the story, but I don't think I've told him it was, like, literally a couple months before we met. It's not the first time I've tried to kill myself. Like, I can talk about it. It's not really, an emotional thing for me. But I think my whole purpose is, like, to have this be, like, a therapy thing, to keep, tabs on the weight loss. Like, I hope to come back a year from now, look at this video and be like, oh my god, my double chin is gone, God, I suck at talking, because, like, I was never allowed to talk growing up. I was always, like, made fun of for anything I said, so I just became a quiet person, so anytime I talk now, I just feel like an idiot. Oh yeah, and my teeth are terrible because of, bullshit parents, so trying to fix that too. So we just get this all out of the way. I look terrible, and that's fine. I know I look terrible. I think it would be bad if I was so, unself-aware, I guess. My husband makes me feel beautiful, and that's all that matters. Like, I don't feel beautiful, but he tells me every day, and that's, it helps me out, but I want to, I'm just going to be straight up. I don't necessarily need to do the weight loss for my husband. Like, if he's going to marry me at the weight I am, or love me at the weight I am now, he's going to love me when I'm down to my healthy weight, so I'm not really concerned about that. I'm doing it because I feel that I deserve to have, like, a great life. I think I've gone through enough bullshit in life to where I need to have a giant, like, turnaround. Like, why the fuck not? Like, it's difficult when, food is your comfort and food is kind of like your addiction, drug of choice, whatever you want to reference it as. But I'm just tired of not, like, living life. Like, I'm too young to not be able to, I can't fit on rides. I used to be able to when I was a little bit less fat, and now I can't do barely any rides. It's embarrassing when I find out I can't ride rides. I've never gotten to wear a bikini my entire life, and that's something I really want to do. I want to be able to, like, cosplay as certain characters without feeling like I just look like a sausage casing trying to fit in these cute clothes and stuff. And I just feel like people don't really take me seriously being the weight I am now. Like, people look at me and think, oh, well, you're just, lazy, you don't do anything, and you're stupid because you're overweight. And I mean, lazy probably to an extent, but not lazy like I literally do nothing with my life. That's the shit that pisses me off, is that they don't necessarily mean lazy as in, like, working out. They mean lazy as in, like, every aspect of your life you're lazy and do nothing. And that's definitely not true. I promise I'm going to try and get better at this. Yeah, like, I'm also trying to make myself more accountable for my weight, because I can't blame all of it on my parents. They definitely didn't help the start of it, but I need to take control. Like, I feel like this is the last part of my parents and my childhood that needs to go, is all this weight that I'm carrying around. Because I'm carrying around a lot of hurt and bad memories and everything by every extra pound that I'm carrying. Like, there's no excuse for it at this point. I'm too old to continue living my life this way, and I don't deserve it. I think I'm a pretty decent person, you know, and I don't know, like, I don't feel that I deserve it, and I think a lot of people who go through stuff like this need to be able to say, enough is enough, you know, like, my parents or grandparents or whoever it is in their life that made them feel like garbage, you deserve better. And for so many years, like, if I had never met my husband, like, when I tell you my husband, like, woke me the fuck up to life, he woke me the fuck up. Like, I don't know if it's every other person that grew up with narcissistic parents, but, like, they keep you in a bubble. They don't tell you how certain day-to-day routines are. Like, they don't tell you how to brush your teeth. They don't tell you how to wipe properly if you're a woman. They don't teach you the simplest things. They don't teach you how to cook, at least. Like, that's not, you know, necessarily like every parent should teach, but the basics is, you know, something you should at least know. And finances seem to be like a reoccurring thing with narcissists, is that all they care about is buying what they want. And fuck you if you don't agree with that. Like, there's so many fucking stories. Like, my mom and dad, comparatively, like, my dad is way worse than my mom. My dad was a full-on narcissist. He made me and my sister's lives a living hell. He ruined my mom. Like, that's the best way I can describe it, and, you know, I'll explain everything. But basically, he turned a woman who had a lot going on for her life into a shell of her former self, who's extremely overweight and basically relies on a lot of drugs now. Like, her brain is gone. Like, there's no other way of explaining it. Like, she's a drug addict at this point, and not in this, like, you know, just popping pills to deal with the day-to-day shit, because she knows that I feel deep down she knows that she fucked up her life by being with this piece of shit for so many years. And she, honestly, like, after I cut contact, because I was a mama's girl. Like, I love my mom. I hated my dad. I've always hated my dad. Like, it, you know, and it was hard when as I still miss talking to my mom sometimes, but my mom kind of turned into a monster when I hit puberty, and like, all she would ever do is comment on my weight, comment on the acne, comment on my hair, comment on my skin, just comment on everything. And it never would be in private either. Like, you know, I can only assume, I don't have kids, you know, so I can assume, like, if you have a preteen and she's starting to develop, you know, like, everything just goes out of whack, you know that. And I don't know, like, I can't have, like, exact, it was just a lot. Like, I don't think I ever had body odor problems, but let's just say that, like, the kid had body odor. A normal parent would, you know, tell their kid privately, hey, are you wearing deodorant? Do we need to get you, like, a different brand? Like, what's going on? Like, you're a little funky. Let's try to fix this, because I want to make sure that you are good. I want to make sure that school goes great. Like, you know, kids are assholes, especially middle school. Kids are fucking ruthless. My mom would fucking do it, like, in the middle of the grocery store. And she always wanted to do it in the checkout lane, because I think she knew that it would have the most people that would be able to hear what she was saying. So, as soon as we would get to the checkout lane, like, it would always be something. She would just make fun of, it was always usually my face or my weight. Like, she would make fun of my acne, and she would, like, touch my face and be like, oh, girl, you need some Noxzema, like, you need to fix your face, like, you need to clean it up a little bit. And it's like, thanks, okay, I'll get on that. Can I have some Noxzema? And then, when you fucking ask for Noxzema, she tells you that she doesn't have enough money to get it, so fuck off, basically. Like, it's that fucking mental shit. Like, are you fucking, I don't get it. Like, what do you want from me? I'm 13, I'm going through puberty. You tell me that I need, like, Noxzema or something on my face, and then when I ask for it, you tell me no because we can't afford it, because we were broke as a joke when I was growing up. It's that fucking mental terrorist shit, I swear to God. But anyway, like, like I said, I'm all over the place. But I'll get better at this, because I believe in me. So yeah, recap, channel's gonna be for chronicling dieting. Maybe I can help other people that are kind of in the same boat and give, support. I could always use support, just having a diary of, like, the mental healing that I'm trying to go through with the whole realizing that my parents were garbage, realizing what they were and that there's a name for it and that there's an explanation and that I'm not the only person in the world and I'm not fucking crazy. Like, that is the main thing, if anything, for this channel, is I want other people to know that they aren't crazy. Because for so many years, I thought it was just me. I thought that everything my parents ever said to me or called me or did to me, like, I deserved it. And I was just, like, the black sheep of the family, and, like, that's just why they treated me like shit. And then realized that, no, it wasn't me. It was them. And it wasn't just my parents. My whole dad's side of the family were narcissists. And I've gotten abused by them, too. And, it's just a lot. Like, I've been, physically abused, mentally abused, emotionally abused, like, anything but sexual. Like, fortunately, I didn't have any of that happen to me. So, in that sense, I almost feel like my stuff isn't near as bad as anyone else's, and I don't deserve to, even do this. But a lot of my friends and my husband have said that just because mine wasn't as bad as someone else's, it doesn't mean that I wasn't, it doesn't mean that I didn't go through a lot of stuff. So, I just want people to know that they aren't alone, and that they can talk to me. Like, I'm willing to listen, because, I can talk to one person. If I have one subscriber, it'd be fine. I really wouldn't care. Like, this is more just for me to kind of, like I said, keep a diary of, like, my weight loss, my mental healing, maybe some nerdy shit thrown in between for Disney or video games or something, because, stereotypical fat bitch video gamer over here, right? So, yeah, probably record one more video, and then I'm gonna go to bed. It's, like, almost 8 in the morning, and I still haven't slept. So, follow me on my journey, I guess, if you want to, whatever, and, see you soon.